Okay, welcome everybody to this fourth session of the Finngineers, Engineering Your Future in Finland. This was a webinar series organized for those that are potentially dreaming of becoming engineers in Finland or are a bit interested or very interested, and we were shedding light on different programs taught in our universities, Satakunta University of Applied Sciences Centria, and SEAMK, or Seinäjoki University of Applied Sciences. And today is all about having a recap of what we were talking about, engineering in Finland, and then a review of all our programs. Today, we'll have a short review about Finland and engineering industries here in general, and why engineering is a field to consider in the future, why we need you, we need them, and why people should study in the future also to become engineers. Then we'll look at how to become an engineer in Finland and what are the options taught in our universities. And then we'll always also have a look at what are the different timelines, and then we'll have also time for a few questions at the end. Without any further ado, let's dive into Finland and the engineering industries. Before diving deeper into engineering in general, let me talk about Finland. I'm sure that since you're here today, you already know something about Finland and where we are located in Northern Europe, but our capital is Helsinki. We have roughly 5.6 million inhabitants. We're actually a very big country in terms of geography or size. So there's actually a lot of space where you want to roam. So that's why we still have space for you, and we hope that you consider Finland as a potential destination. Our currency is euro, the same as in many European countries, and we are also a highly educated country. Most Finns do speak good English, but if you are considering to stay in Finland long term, we strongly advise you to also learn Finnish. When you think about Finland, you might actually already own or know some Finnish brands, such as Angry Birds, Clash of Clans, Moomin, Santa Claus, Nokia, Supercell, Kone, Marimekko, Slush, and Volt. They are all from Finland. So maybe you took a Kone elevator today, or were dreaming about Santa Claus at Christmas time, or even have a Nokia phone, or maybe have some Marimekko clothes. Finland is a bit everywhere. But Finland is also known for being an innovation nation. And according to the Bloomberg Innovation Index of 2025, Finland is among the top 10 most innovative countries in the world. There's been many inventions that have taken place here in Finland, such as the internet browser, the SMS, the heart rate monitor, as well as mobile phones. So those are actually very important things in Finland, in the world, and without them, basically, we won't be doing this right now. But we also focus on a lot of future tech, for instance, AI, the Internet of Things, i.e. IoT, cybersecurity, quantum computing, and all those keep on developing also in our country. And also one very interesting aspect of culture in Finland is the startup culture. Entrepreneurship is highly encouraged, and it's actually taught in all the programs to some extent. So if you do have a small business idea, maybe this could be also the place where your seed could grow into a bigger plant. Finland is very much into green tech, sustainability, and so forth. 86% of our country is covered by forests, and there's also a lot of lakes in Finland. So you might know that Finland is a country of 10,000 lakes, but it's of course also the country of 5 billion trees. There's so much nature all around, and we really take care of that. Renewable energy is also very big in Finland. So we have industries focusing on wind energy, solar, bio, and hydro energy. We have companies which are leaders in clean tech with a bio-based plastics, and we also focus a lot on recycling. So when you move to Finland, you'll notice that everything is recycled, and you don't have just one dustbin where you put everything, but you recycle and you put things in the right places. It's very important. And circular economy, so basically making use of waste in one industry to be the one key energy source in one other's energy and so forth, is also a big thing in Finland. So we don't just create waste and get rid of it, but we try to reuse things. So there's actually what we call a circular economy. So we keep on using things and benefiting each other. And actually, one of Finland's goals is to be carbon neutral by 2035. So 9 years to go for that. There are different fields of engineering in Finland, so it's not just one field. There's different kind of fields. For instance, tech and digital, that will cover AI, VR, and health tech and startup companies. Then there's also the maritime, like shipbuilding, port logistics, and so forth. And that's actually big, for instance, in the Satakunta area, but also to some extent in the Centria area. Biotech, with food-based fibers, biodegradable materials, very important. Clean energy, I brushed upon that a moment ago, with smart grids, hydrogen, storage, different types of ways of creating better and cleaner energy. And these are all, this is without forgetting, of course, the hands-on professions like construction, manufacturing, and healthcare, which all need engineers. Now you may be wondering, why do we need engineers in the future if all these inventions have already been invented? We need engineers to help us make or continue making clean energy, smarter cities that work better and smarter, and as well functional healthcare systems. The field is so very diverse. You can design space probes, solve climate change, or make game technology. There's not one type of engineer. There's so many of them, and it depends, of course, on your personality as well. The work is really meaningful and concretely visible in everyday life. For instance, what we're doing here, it's thanks to engineers. Studying to be an engineer teaches you to think critically and solve complex problems, skills that are needed in all areas of life. Now you may wonder, do you have what it takes to be an engineer? Don't worry, you surely have. Let's go through a recipe for an engineer. What would it need? First of all, a dose of curiosity. So that means a person who wants to understand how things work. Do you ever kind of wonder, why does this happen like this? How does this work? You should need a tablespoon of determination. So, the audacity to produce new ideas and put these ideas into practice. When there's a problem, do you just think that, there's a problem and give up? Or do you try to fix it and come up with a solution? A splash of proactive nature. Someone who gets annoyed when something doesn't work and wants to fix it. Same thing. Do you just look at a problem and wait for somebody to fix it? Or are you proactive and want to make change happen? A cup of perseverance. So somebody who tries and tests and refines it until it works. Because sometimes things won't work in the first go. You have to just give it a try and try again until it works. And not the least of requirements is, of course, a dash of team spirit. A team player who can combine expertise from different fields. Because also as an engineer, you will need to work with people from different fields and maybe different engineers also. So you can see that I didn't mention mathematics. I didn't mention physics. These are all personal traits that you surely already have. And you don't need to be an Einstein to start to study engineering, but you need to want to become an engineer. And now you may be wondering, how does that happen? And how could I end up studying engineering in Finland? Basically, if you want to join one of our programs and study for a bachelor's in engineering here in Finland, you will need to apply. And all the applications take place through studyinfo.fi. And you will need to submit a high school diploma or similar that allows you to apply to university in your home country. We should be able to check your English language level. So that means that you should have a certificate proving that you have a sufficient level in English, because the studies take place in English. And we're talking about serious things, so that's why your level should be good. There are different entry routes. So there's the rolling applications, joint applications, separate application routes. We'll mention those in a moment, but you should check the different routes and submit your application on studyinfo.fi. All the bachelors of engineering are basically built in a similar way, in the sense that they are all 4 years long and they will cover 240 ECTS credits. And all our bachelors in our universities of applied sciences include also work placements or internships where you would go to a company and put into practice what you've been learning. Of course, during your studies, you'll also spend time in labs and really putting into practice what you're learning, but then you will also take part in work placements in companies where you really also put into practice in real life situations what you are learning at school. And at the end of your studies, towards the last semester, you also write a final thesis which will also help you focus on a specific topic. Basically, we're a University of Applied Sciences network, and University of Applied Sciences means that it's practical, hands-on learning and theory with a close link to companies. And after graduation, you would be able to work in Finland, in Europe, or anywhere, because engineering degrees from Finland are really well recognized. And now, why a University of Applied Sciences? As mentioned, it's really practical, hands-on. The teacher is not only there to teach you something by heart, but he or she will be encouraging you to do things by yourself. It's also the essence of an engineer. You have to understand what's happening. And that's why it has to be also very practical. At the same time as you spend some time in a regular classroom, you'll also spend time in a laboratory where you put into practice what you learned. Usually classes are quite small. That means that there's not 100 students in one class. The teachers will know who you are, they know your name, so that means that you can also get personal support. The companies also have really strong industry links. So what you're learning is really relevant also to your studies. There's a strong connection between the need of the companies and what is being taught to you. And also that you will have company visits and different events happening during your studies, which will mean that you will have already some sort of link to the working life before you even graduate. And I want to add here that actually it also depends a lot on your activity and your will to connect. If you want to connect with the companies and with the working life, you have to be also very proactive. So, for instance, join any kind of work fair that is organized on your campus, be active on LinkedIn, meet companies, make a good impression during your work placements, and that will work in your advantage. And also one thing which is coming to all our universities, Centria, SEAMK, and SAMK, is that we all have really international campuses and a welcoming international community on campus waiting for you all. In case you're wondering what is student life like in our cities, it's basically much more relaxed, I would say, than in some city where, or in some country where studies start at 7 in the morning and end at 8 p.m. Usually our days are really well balanced. So that means there's a good balance between studies and personal life. But also all our universities are located in smaller cities. We're not in the capital area, which means that it's calm, friendly, and affordable. We all have active student unions and events which are organized throughout the year, for instance, at Christmas time or at the orientation or during the year, which means that you have also events to participate in. And as mentioned, the international community on campus is also a great asset because it will make also your arriving to Finland much more easy and comfortable. At our different universities, we have different programs which are taught, and we want to highlight them all separately. And today we will start with Satakunta, who will introduce their programs today with Marika. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Helena. So I'm here to tell you more about Satakunta University of Applied Sciences. You can now change the slide. Yes, so this is a group of our international students who are welcoming you to be among them later on. Yes, next slide. So Satakunta University of Applied Sciences is practical. We have had practical education since 1997 as a University of Applied Sciences, but some of our faculties have a history of over 140 years. We have 7,400 students and more than 1,200 international students from over 100 nationalities. There is 500 staff members in 4 campuses. We have over 30 degree programs in Finnish and 10 degree programs in English. Next slide, thank you. We are very proud of our high quality of education. Based on the survey of Ministry of Education and Culture for those graduated from Universities of Applied Sciences in 2024, we were among bachelor degree graduates the 2nd place nationwide. And in master degree graduates ranked some as 3rd best University of Applied Sciences. Our key strengths were study planning and guidance, student support services, and internationality. Next slide. We have four different engineering programs conducted in English, and one of is mechanical engineering. It is a real industrial demand-based program. You can gain mastery of mechanical engineering fundamentals and the use of relevant software. Core focus and specializations are hands-on practical training in laboratory exercises and project-based work, besides studying the theory and mechanical engineering fundamentals, for example, materials, mechanics, computer-aided design, etc. Internationalized is an engineering way of thinking, for example, problem solving and system thinking. Acquire design and calculation skills, mechanical component structures, and so on. Career opportunities are the choice and flexibility in your career orientation. Key themes are computer-aided design, mechanics and structure, materials technology, manufacturing and joining techniques, production automation, project management, design and planning orientation, production and manufacturing orientation. Next slide. One of the degree programs is logistics. And the thing that makes some logistics unique is that program offers a holistic overview of both national and international supply chain, including the material, financial, and information flows. All logistics students are advised to include a maritime logistic model as a valuable component of their academic journey. The core focus and specialization in our logistics engineering program consists of basic engineering skills and knowledge of material, money, and information flows along the supply chain management. The main focus is on sales and operation planning, smart data analytic, and transportation and maritime logistics. One of the few examples of career opportunities we have like logistics manager or planner, transportation and warehousing manager, purchasing terminal materials manager, purchaser, material planner, and transport planner. Next slide. Engineering in mechatronics. Mechatronics is a combination of three engineering degrees: electrical, mechanical, and ICT or robotic engineering degrees. The modern concept of mechatronics includes a combination of these all, including smart operating devices and hardware-oriented programming, as well as controlling systems and mechanical engineering in order to produce design solutions unifying the subfield and to create smart systems. Graduates will expertise in mechatronics find opportunities in automotive engineering, aerospace, manufacturing, healthcare, and many other sectors. Core focuses and specializations are automation robotics. In it, you will learn the design and implement automated system, ranging from manufacturing processes and smart homes. Mechatronics professionals play a crucial role in advancing capabilities of robotic systems. Other is interconnected systems and understanding. You will learn to integrate various components into interconnected system. This holistic approach ensures that you not only master individual engineering disciplines, but also develop a profound understanding of how these components interact. Career opportunities. Our graduates can work as a robotics engineer and technician, automation engineer, control system design, troubleshooting engineer, electronics design engineer, mechanical design engineer, data scientist, big data analyst, instrumentation engineering, and software engineering, among other things. Next slide. Finally, artificial intelligence. AI and data skills are among the hottest areas in tech, opening strong job opportunities. But you can participate in hackathons, international weeks, projects, and companies. Core focus and specialization. First year, you will have a hardcore data engineering studies. Second year, you can choose if you want to continue in data engineering, which is 240 credits. Will you take the business artificial intelligence, which is 210 credits? Or then will you continue your studies in Robo AI Academy, where it is also 240 credits, and students can apply to the academic studies and the best ones are selected. The graduates can work as programmers, but with additional hands-on skills for working close to the company data and the AI technologies is used in the company. The graduates also have necessary understanding to detect situations where AI can be implemented eventually to create significant value for the companies. Next slide, thank you. And here are the application period we are offering at this point. So we have the rolling admission period, which has already started and will end the end of February this year. We also are taking part in the joint application periods, which started today and will end the 21st of January this year. And all the studies will start in autumn 2026. You will find more information from our web pages, sam.fi/apply. And now let's go back to Kokkola and Helena.
Greetings back from Kokkola. Thank you, Marika and Satakunta University of Applied Sciences. Let me take you on a trip to Kokkola area, which is a bit up north. Actually, you cannot see now Satakunta on this map, but it's actually located on the western coast, a bit south. In the corner, you'll have Satakunta, but I represent today Centria, University of Applied Sciences, and our main campus is in Kokkola, and we also have a campus in Pietarsaari and Ylivieska. And after my presentation, you'll hear a few words from Seinäjoki University of Applied Sciences, and you can see them also on the map. So our main campus is Kokkola, and you can actually see our main campus on the picture behind me. We are multidisciplinary university. We have programs in business, engineering, social services, healthcare, culture, and humanities. We have about 4,400 students and over 40 nationalities. So definitely a very multicultural and international campus. You'll find any additional information you're looking for on our website, centria.fi/en in English. And here are some pictures from our campus and our classrooms and one of our main cities, so Kokkola. We have a beautiful old town. So whilst there's a lot of heritage in the cities around us, you can see that our university itself is very modern and bright. We have excellent laboratory facilities and great study facilities for our students. But let me dive deeper into our engineering programs today. So first, our Bachelor of in Engineering in Information Technology. So what's really interesting about this program is that it helps you build steadily the skills that are needed for this study profile. So you will start by learning the basics, then you'll focus on a specialty. So basically the 2 first years are learning the basics to become a skilled IT specialist. And then during the end of the 2nd and the 3rd year, you'll start to focus on a specialty. So you don't have to know right away what you want to focus on. You'll be learning together with IT engineers from different focus areas, working on a capstone project, and then you can also take cross-institutional studies from different universities in the field of engineering. And then at the end of your studies, you'll have a thesis project where you can focus on some topic that is close to your heart. There are different ways to study in this program. and you have to select which one you want to when you apply, actually. There's the option of studying as a daytime student, so you would attend the campus every day, or then studying as a blended learning student where you study at the campus less often, but you still have to focus on the studies online and join the courses online as well. The studies are really hands-on and done in close cooperation with the local companies and non-local also, so with the global companies as well. And there's also a lot of international opportunities, such as exchange possibilities or double degrees available, as well as work placement possibilities. A few words about the core focus and specialization. So as mentioned, the first and the second year are common to all. That is when you're building your skills as an IT engineer. But then in your third year, you'll select your profile. If you want to go for sustainable software engineering or SSE profile, you'll be focusing on a specialization focused on energy efficient, responsible, and sustainable software development, where you learn to optimize performance, apply green coding principles, and understand the environmental and ethical impact of digital solutions. The other option is to study in the Smart Devices and Solutions, or SDS, specialization. That is where you would be equipped to design intelligent data-driven systems by integrating devices, sensors, networks, and an AI, covering the full chain from sensing to analytics and embedded machine learning. And then in your fourth year, you'll finalize your studies and start working on your thesis and then graduate. As a graduate, you can pursue a career such as software design or engineering. You can work as an R&D engineer, IT manager, security expert, network system specialist, or even launch your own startup. So as mentioned, there were two ways of to study in this program. So two modes of delivery, as we call them. If you want to study as a daytime student, you would come to the Kokkola campus. And then if you want to study in the blended learning program, you would join then the Pietarsaari campus. But this is a decision you do when you apply. You would select the program you're applying to. Now let's dive into the field of chemical engineering. What is really unique about this program is the strong industry connections. Our city, so Kokkola, is located in one of the biggest chemical engineering hubs of Finland. We have a huge area here with many, many companies working in the field of chemistry. So it's a field which is in big need here. The learning is really hands-on, as in all our studies as a University of Applied Sciences. You will be doing a lot of laboratory work in your studies. These are really well equipped, and our students really cherish their time in the labs because it puts into, it makes it real what they're learning. It's not just about books, it's understanding and doing also by yourself. During your studies, you will choose also a specialization. Either you will focus on environmental chemistry and technology, or then go for renewable and sustainable energy. There are good career prospects due to the localization of our university and the contacts in the area, but also chemical engineering is something that is very needed worldwide. You'll be also having internships as part of your studies. You'll be working on a thesis project that you can do for a company as well. And thanks to the great industry cooperation we have, you'll be able to create links and build your network and possibly then maybe find a job that way. Looking at the study content, basically the core studies are orientation, mathematics, natural sciences, languages and communication, industrial economics and leadership, and then taking a practical training. Once you have been doing those core studies, you will then also do profiling studies, or what we call the specialization. You will all study chemistry and chemical engineering 1 and 2, and then you will decide either on environmental chemistry and technology or then on renewable and sustainable energy. You're also able to basically tailor your degree to your interests by taking some additional optional courses. This program is taught fully as a daytime studies program at the Kokkola campus. And last but not least, the Bachelor of Engineering in Industrial Management and Engineering. What makes this program unique is the fact that it combines business, engineering, and leadership. It's perfect for beginners, so you don't have to be an ace in engineering or in business. We will start from the basics. We have hands-on projects with local and global companies from day one. We organize site visits. We have guest lecturers and collaboration with professionals. So it's not only a teacher um, reading from a book or you reading from a book, you also hear it from the professionals, which is actually very, very valuable. And our university is also really well located. Pietarsaari is surrounded by leading industries in the fields of chemical engineering, food, wood, and metal and shipbuilding. So it's relevant for you to study in this program thanks to the connections that we have with the companies. There are different core focus and specializations that you can go for: mechanical engineering, supply chain management, and then you can take elective opportunities. You can study, for instance, in one of our SAP, or actually we offer a program which focuses on SAP, so you can take some courses from that program. You can study some programming to complete your profile. And maybe what is really key with this industrial management and engineering program is that these are really transferable skills among industries. You are not locked with one industry, for instance, chemical engineering or wood or so forth. You understand skills which are relevant to many industries, and that's really valuable. The roles that open up to you in the field of engineering are development engineer, design engineer, or project engineer, for instance, but you can also focus more on quality and operations. For instance, becoming quality manager, logistics manager, or purchasing manager. And if you like more really the business side of things, you can also aim for a career in the field of sales managing or entrepreneur, CEO, or so forth. And this program is also taught as a blended learning at our Pietarsaari campus. A few words about our application period. So we also have a rolling application running from the 1st of December until the end of May 2026. And we also take part in the joint application, currently open until the 21st of January. And all these studies start in the fall 2026. And more information is available at centria.fi. And now I would like to call to Seinäjoki and invite Rebecca to come to share some information about Seinäjoki.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Helena. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Rebecca from Seinäjoki University of Applied Sciences here in Seinäjoki, Finland. I'm happy to tell you a little bit about us and our engineering programs. Just some small facts and info about Seinäjoki City. So as you saw on Helena's map when she showed you where Centria is located, you saw the city of Seinäjoki, and here it is. It's in the Midwest of Finland, we like to say. We're the 16th largest city in terms of population in Finland, and we're very unique because we're a city or a small town city that has been growing every year for like 12 years in a row, I think, which is quite unique. And we're going strong and growing our industries and growing our university, and our sizes are going up in numbers every year, which is great for us here in the western part of Finland as well. There's about 65,000 people in the city center, but there's many small towns nearby, which if you add them into the population, it makes about 150,000. We've been rated top municipal image, so city image, in recent years. You can see some photos here of our city. We have lots of space, like my colleague Helena said in the beginning, that Finland has lots of space for everybody and to take in people to study and to work and everything like that. But in Seinäjoki, we definitely have lots of space. We're agricultural area. We have lots of fields and land, as you can see in one of the photos. Lots of farms, over 100 in the area. And it's a great place to live. You can have space to study and live and do your hobbies and have a great student life balance. Lots of summer activities, as you can see in the photos, but lots of winter activities now as well, like winter sports, etc. But we can go to the next slide. I'll tell you a little bit about Seinäjoki University of Applied Science. So students are at the heart of everything we do here. We value our students. We care about the quality of teaching and continuous development. We have close connections with work life, and our campus, it's really located in the city center, beautiful riverside area that is close to the city center, close to the railway station, housing, and everything. It's a great setting for studying, and you can have many multidisciplinary encounters. We have 5 campus buildings, and they're all located in one area called the Frami Technological Park. Our campus studies also extend with high quality e-learning platforms and digital methods as well. So there's lots of self-studies you can do at home too. We have about 6,000 students and 400 employees at the moment. We offer bachelor's and master's degrees in 6 different fields of education. As you can see, we have on our highlights here slide, we have 23 bachelor level programs and 14 master level programs altogether. But English degree programs, we have 5 bachelor and 2 master degree programs. We also have double degree cooperations, active student mobility and exchange programs, international research and development projects, and international events are also a core of SAMK's international activities. And our vision is to be international entrepreneurial SAMK, the best university for you. And we have been rated as well in student satisfaction, number 3 for recent years. And we've also been awarded, we're very proud of the Quality Label for Excellence Award, given by the FINEEC, the Finnish Education Evaluation Center. You can find out more about us from our website, seamk.fi, and you can choose the English version and find more about SAMK there. But let's look a little bit about into our engineering programs. We have 2 engineering programs here at Seinäjoki University of Applied Sciences. The first one I like to talk about is the Sustainable Food Processing Program. It's quite unique to the area because, like I had mentioned, we have lots of farms and lots of food industry, big players in the food industry, like the biggest producing meat company here called Atria, and Valio is a big dairy company, and lots of farms. It's a great place to study the Sustainable Food Processing Program. It's unique. It blends traditional food processing with a strong forward-looking focus on sustainability and circular economy. Like Helena has mentioned, those are hot areas in Finland, and also digitalization. Theory is immediately applied in our modern pilot factory and food science laboratories. We mimic real-world R&D and production environments. I actually tasted some Cheetos or some cheese puffs that the students made when I visited the lab, and they were actually really tasty to say. So it does happen. Theory is immediately applied, yeah, like I mentioned. Then we have the curriculum and projects are developed with the close collaboration with the Finnish food industry, like I said, is right here, right in our city, and we ensure highly relevant skills. Core focus and specialization. So the focus is on sustainable food processing, food safety and quality. You can specialize in plant-based and novel foods, or digitalization and data. So there's different types of career opportunities available for graduates in the food industry, such as production and process development engineers, project engineers. It can be quality manager, specialist, test the products, and also R&D engineer or production manager. And it's quite amazing. You could become an engineer who designs the sustainable future of the world. This is hot topic in all of our countries around all the world, to have sustainable food for our citizens. Great. So this program is available, and the next program that we provide for engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, is automation engineering. And this program is unique. It has a strong focus on industrial digitalization, so robotics, smart automation systems. It's supported by learning in modern labs and authentic project environments. So you work closely with local companies or even global companies, and lots of projects together, lots of hands-on learning. This helps you ensure Your skills are matching the real needs of the automation field, from traditional, industry to cutting edge robotics. Also combining electrical, mechanical, and IT engineering into one practical degree. It prepares you to design, implement, and maintain automated systems. Core focus and specialization. So industrial automation and robotics. Then there's smart systems and Internet of Things, electrical drives, motion control, and project and safety management. There's plenty of career opportunities, for engineers. And then for automation engineers, there could be some, roles in different industries, such as automation engineer designer, commissioning engineer, robotics specialist, a PLC programmer, project engineer and automation, service and maintenance engineer, just to name a few. But you could become the expert who bridges industry and innovation through smart automation. So this is a bit about our two engineering programs here at Seinäjoki University of Applied Sciences, in short, SAMP, and we have application periods open at this moment. You could start your studies in the autumn of 2026. So these are the two application periods that are open now for the intake in autumn 2026, the direct SAMP direct application period. It opened in December already, and it's a rolling application. And admissions will be based on the grades of applicants' previous studies, the degree or a SAT results, proven language skills, and a successfully completed online interview. And through this application period, you get your results usually within a few weeks after the online interview was done. So in short, it's a little bit quicker to get your results than the next one, joint application period. So joint application period opened today, like my colleague said, ends the 21st of January at 3 p.m. Finnish time. So make sure if you want to apply through the joint application to get started soon, so you don't miss the deadline. Applicants can be admitted through using 3 selection methods in different programs: the International University of Applied Sciences exam, UAS exam in short, certificate-based selection, and application course for our master degree programs. That's a little bit about us, but if you want to find out more, please visit the website seamk.fi, how to apply. But let's go back to Helena, and we can wrap it up and take your questions soon.
Great. Thank you very much, Rebecca. So now you've heard about Satakunta University of Applied Sciences, Central University of Applied Sciences, and SEAMK, so Seinäjoki University of Applied Sciences, and you know how to apply and potentially where you would like to study. But we would still like to underline one very important aspect that we know is important for students: finances. So first of all, keep in mind that if you are a student coming from outside of the EU or EEA area, you will have to pay tuition fees, most likely. And the tuition fees vary between the universities. So get acquainted with the actual university tuition fee by visiting their website. You'll find all the information there. Every university also has their own scholarship scheme. So please read about them, check them through, understand how they work. One very important aspect that you should be also aware of is that in order to receive a residence permit for studies, the regulations are very strict, and you have to prove your financial abilities when you're applying, and you are required to have enough money on your account, and enough money is 800 euros per month, so 9,600 euros for 1 year. Usually students will spend around 800 to 1,000 euros per month. Of course, it depends a lot on the lifestyle, and it's good to bear in mind that the first month are a little more expensive when you're settling down, and you may have to buy things to settle down in your apartment. Working part-time is allowed based on your residence permit, but it is very difficult to find work, especially when one does not speak the local language. And actually the work situation or part-time work situation is tough, even for those that speak the local language, for locals, for Finnish people, and so forth. So if you are aiming on coming to study, please focus merely on the studies, at least for the 2 first years, to get your studies up and running and get some skills that you can also use in a part-time job. It will give you also more value and learn the language at the same time. So that's really the advice that we would have. If you want to ask anything more from one of our universities in particular, you can find the details here. So for Centria, you can contact eduexpo@centria.fi. For Satakunta UAS, you can contact admissions@samk.fi. At Seinäjoki, please contact admissions@seamk.fi. Thank you for reaching out to these people in particular. We have some time for some questions, and there's a couple of questions already that have come in. One is it cold to live in Finland? And don't worry, I know you can see the snow in the picture behind me, but as mentioned, we have 5.6 million inhabitants in Finland, and it's actually been, I think, minus 40 degrees in Lapland in a few weeks ago, and it's all about dressing up in the right way. And in the summer, it's warm, in the winter, it's cold, and we all just learn to live with that. We all learn how to dress up properly, and we just deal with it. Some people even cycle and go swimming in the winter time. They call it winter swimming, and apparently it's healthy. So, so don't let the weather be a criteria. Of course, it can be a major criteria, but don't worry, there are ways to live with it. Another question that has been coming up is, what if you're not good at math or at physics? Can you be an engineer? And one thing which is very important in these programs is that they all start from the basics. And your first year courses are a lot about basics and going through those. And I think I can speak on behalf of Satakunta and Seinäjoki when I say this, that the teachers want you to succeed. They're not there to put a wall to your dreams. They want you to understand. So if you don't understand something, you can retake the course or the exam, or you can at least ask some tutoring or ask some help. So if you don't feel confident with some course, you have to ask for help, and you can ask for help, and the teachers are there to help you. Let me check with my colleagues. Are there any additional questions that have been coming up? I don't think so. So I believe this presentation has been really clear then. Then I think we can then soon end this presentation with a view from the Northern Lights that you can actually see, not only in Lapland, but also more south in our area. And with this view, I want to wish you all a lovely new year, and we all hope to see you soon in Finland. Please feel free to reach out to Centria, SEAMK, and SAMK. We look forward to receiving your questions, and we are all here to help you and guide you through. Thank you.